Hey there YouTube, this is the Accidental Spy coming at you with another action figure review, and this time I have the Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back Luke Skywalker and Bespin Fatigues, and this is from the new the Vintage Collection that's hitting store shelves now. And this is actually my first Star Wars figure in a long while. I think the last Star Wars action figure that I got was actually the Smiling Luke Skywalker from Comic-Con 2009, and that was a Comic-Con exclusive. And then I just literally stopped collecting Star Wars action figures. I don't even have that big of a collection of Star Wars action figures now that I think about it. I'm actually more into the vehicles, but even then I really only have two Star Wars vehicles. I have the B-Wing and Luke Skywalker's X-Wing, and yeah, I'm not that big on the Star Wars action figures in general, even though I actually watch a lot of YouTube reviews on them. But I'm slowly getting into them right now, especially considering that I think this is probably the best Star Wars action figure on the market. At least it's the best Luke Skywalker figure right now. And there are a lot of reasons why this is what I consider the best Luke Skywalker figure. First of all, this is probably my favorite look for Luke Skywalker. It's the Bespin Fatigues. It's that gray jumpsuit that he has, and I think this is, to me, this is the iconic Luke Skywalker. I mean, there are fans of the young Luke Skywalker in A New Hope with his Tatooine clothes. Obviously, people are fans of his X-Wing and Snowspeeder gear, and obviously you have fans of his black Jedi Knight outfit in Return of the Jedi. But to me, this is Luke Skywalker. This is Luke Skywalker that I remember from the movies, and I'm glad that there's an updated action figure that accurately portrays the way he looks in the movie. The one thing that I always admired about Star Wars figures is that out of all the Hasbro toy lines, it seems like the Star Wars figures always had the best sculpts. Although the new G.I. Joe figures in the Pursuit of Cobra line is slowly, creeping up there. But it seemed like the best sculptors always worked on the Star Wars line, and I'm glad, because this is probably it's one of the more detailed Luke Skywalker figures. Actually, they're all detailed, and this one lives up to that detail. You can see every single wrinkle in the sculpt. The actual suit is portrayed very accurately, which I would kind of dig. I recently watched The Empire Strikes Back on television, and yeah, this figure definitely looks very much like how it looks like in the movies, which is cool. The paint on this thing is pretty awesome as well. It's pretty simple, obviously. Grayish, brownish jumpsuit, but it has like this sort of wash on it, which highlights all the wrinkles and stuff, which is awesome. The utility belt also is not just simply brown. There's highlights of silver there for the buckle and the rivets and everything, and there's actually a slight darker brown there to highlight, to give it that sort of detailed look to it, which is what I appreciate. So yeah, paint and sculpt is awesome. The head sculpt is pretty good too. One of the better Luke Skywalker head sculpts to come out. So that's pretty cool too. Now, as far as accessories, it does come with a blaster, which is removable, and two lightsabers. Well, one lightsaber that's lit, which he's holding now, and then there's another unlit, just the lightsaber hilt over here. So you can actually clip that onto his utility belt. There's like a hole right here, and you can clip his unlit lightsaber onto his utility belt, which is really cool as well. So that's cool too. And also, this is one of the more newer Star Wars figures, so it has I guess what's considered the ultra articulation, or It's an ultra articulated figure. So it does have the standard ball jointed head, shoulders, has a swivel hinged elbow, swivels at the wrists. It has upper or waist articulation, although this, there we go. The knees are swivel hinged, and there's a hinge at the ankle. But the new thing is the fact that it has these sort of ball jointed hips, which is a new thing for Star Wars figures. And I'm glad, because for the longest time they were just swivel hips, and so it sort of limited the amount of poses you can do with these figures. And also it made them hard to stand sometimes, because you're at the mercy of the sculpt in terms of having them stand or having them have some sort of stability. But in this case, you can actually have them do wide-legged stances, which is really cool. I don't have them pose in any sort of dynamic pose right now. I think I wish that these vintage figures came with a display stand so that you can actually pose them in super dynamic poses, but you can, you know, probably use some of the display stands in the other Star Wars collection that's on right now. But you know, the option of putting them in awesome poses is there now, so that's cool. So, like I said, I'm glad that this was my first Star Wars action figure purchase in a long while. To me, it's one of the best Star Wars figures on the market right now. Incredible sculpt, good paint, and awesome articulation. What more can you ask for in an action figure? So there you go. That was my review of the Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, Luke Skywalker and Bespin Fatigues. This is part of the Star Wars Vintage Collection. I'm the Accidental Spy, and I'm signing off. See you later, YouTube.